All right, all right. Good morning, good morning. Let's talk about the market. Gotta get the coffee. We're just gonna do some TA this morning, take a look at some things. Right now, I'm just looking at XRP at the moment. It's cranking. All right. Man, almost $3.40. Nice. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the main assets. So let's look at NQ this morning. Let me know if the music's too high. I really can't tell. Of course, there's nobody here yet, but that's okay. So I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit, just in case. There we go. I'm gonna turn it down on my side too. There we go. All right. TA. Yesterday was a pretty good trading day. The group did well in the live trading. It was awesome. It was amazing. Let's see. So with NQ, one of the things that we're definitely watching, which we've already been reacting to, is this fair value gap right here, which is kind of an obvious one. Definitely looking at all of these highs. Okay. So really just want to hit the closest one. I don't want to clutter the chart all that much. And this one right here. Okay, so another fair value gap that we created right here. As long as this candle closes in 8 hours or whatever at the end of today, then this fair value gap will be valid. But until then, we'll just have to wait, right? So that looks pretty obvious there as far as high time frame. Okay. So let's go ahead and drop to a 1 hour, and yeah, there we go. All right, so I'll definitely be looking at the 7:30 open. So let's go ahead and mark that. So where are you this morning? Let's drop to a lower time frame to find that 7:30. 7:33. 7:30 open, which is going to be right here. So we'll just mark that out just like that. There we go. Asia low is marked off with this fair value gap over here that we marked. So that'll be something to pay attention to. We got the Asia London highs up here right now. All right, so we'll definitely be watching these areas. We got the 7:30 open right here. We're slowly pushing away from it. I don't trade till 9:30, but I thought I would start getting on and doing TA ahead of time for everybody. So New York yesterday is way down here. Yesterday's high is right here, pretty much at the 7:30. So that's something just to take note of. I will go ahead and mark it even though it's been cleared. I'm just gonna pull it through to there. And yesterday's low, which is really, really far down there, but not saying we couldn't end up there today. Awesome. So, want to kind of keep the chart clean as possible. But that's pretty much NQ, right? So wait for a little bit of 8:30 manipulation, see what's going to happen. All right, let's move on. Take a look at ES. Okay. I mean, these are obvious, but I'm just going to go ahead and mark them so you guys know what I'm doing. There we go. That's the highs, what I'm looking for at the Asia London high. And then I'm seeing this down here, Asia London low right now. All right. Let's just look at the 7:30 just to see where it's at. So it's right there. Let's just go ahead and mark it. There we go. All right, cool. I guess that's it. I mean, obviously there's previous day. I usually don't mark up ES very much. I just want to pay attention to it. See what we've got going on. Let's look at the 15. That was kind of the one thing I'm missing here, is the 15-minute. We had a fair value gap right there. We do have a fair value gap right here that we're entering. So that's something to pay attention to see how we treat this fair value gap. See how we're going to trade this later today. Definitely be watching these highs and lows, right, for the sessions. It's definitely big, okay? We do have this huge fair value gap going on down here from yesterday. That's something I will definitely be just watching and paying attention to. I'm not going to pull it all the way over, but a lot of times we fill those, a lot of times we don't, depending on if it's a breakaway gap or not or whatever. So let's go ahead and move on to Bitcoin. I just want to kind of keep an eye on good old Bitcoin. Just looking for anything that I'm like super interested in, or let's go ahead and jump to the hour on Bitcoin. And we got some crazy music going on right now. Okay. Looks like we might range in this area. There's kind of a, looks like we got like a double fair value gap right here. So sometimes I just kind of, whatever. Doesn't need to be perfect. Looks like we might range right here a little bit. If we start to like break away from this area or break above, that's something I'll pay attention to. Maybe look for like an entry model. Obvious highs and lows are definitely something I always watch, right? Areas that have potential liquidity that can be swept. So I do trade an ICT style, just so everybody knows. That's what I'm pulling these liquidity zones for, fair value gaps, things like that. We do live trade together pretty much Monday through Friday. It's a lot of fun. Okay. So that's Bitcoin. Not really going to go through the rest of the actual market. Might take a look at, let's just take a quick look at ETH. Yeah, okay. Kind of what I expected. And let's look at gold. Let's look at gold. What are we on, the 1 hour? Let's go the 4 hour on gold. All right, let's take a look. We definitely have this area. Well, there we go, right there. Let's pull this across. So I'll be paying attention to that. And also this right here. Oh, we're in a fair value gap right now, so that is good to know. It is from quite a ways ago, but I like to see a little bit more current price action. So we did sweep this high right here. So that's something, and we did close above it. So to me, that's a little bit bullish. But for me, I'd only be bullish up until this high. So that's not a ton of room, especially if you were going to try and trade this. Because I would really want stops below this low. So that's kind of not really the best setup, but might be able to find something bullish inside of here for the day. Let me know if the music's too loud, too quiet, whatever. I have no idea how to tell right now. I didn't do any testing this morning. Should have, but didn't. Just wanted to get this started. Okay. So this is really far away, but it is a significant area for me. Same with these two right here. This is more current price action. We're in this fair value gap. We'll see if we're going to range in here or if we're going to break above or below and maybe find an entry model. This would be nice if we kind of came up and then started to reject from here and then maybe got like a back test into this area. That would be a nice R&R to potentially come down and maybe take this low. The only thing I see is that currently we are moving up bullish. So that's just something to pay attention to on gold. I want to poke at the Qs really quick. So yeah, they're pretty much looking the same. Okay. Just kind of moving in this little pattern. I don't trade patterns, but I do pay attention to patterns in a way that I see a lot of liquidity right here. So people shorted, put their stops, shorted, put their stops, shorted, put their stops, and so on, right? So I see liquidity. I don't really see a pattern. I know this could be like a falling wedge or whatever. It's not how I personally trade. So I'd just be watching lows, stuff like that. So nothing really exciting here. Yeah, same with Tesla. Excuse me. All right. So let's go back to NQ. This is definitely where we spend every morning, and we will be in here together live trading this. So all right. Sorry, just keeping an eye on stuff. Gonna be moving slow till 9:30, to be honest with you. I don't trade pre-market. I do pre-market TA, but I've just found really good success waiting till 9:30. So things I would be expecting. Let's take a closer look at the price action. And then actually I want to go ahead and compare not XRP. Though I am like what I'm seeing with XRP. Especially with this high being taken with a forceful fair value gap being created. I'm liking that. So let's take a look at ES. There we go. Let's drop these on the same time frame. Reset the chart scale. Okay. Let's get this and do profile back in there. There we go. Okay. So here's the 730 right here. So this is actually really important for how we trade. So we kind of pushed away from the 730, creating a fair value gap. So I would not be surprised if we invert this though. And if we do invert it, then maybe we could be looking at taking the highs. Right, but we got quite a bit of time before we move into that. We got lows down here. It's really all there is right now. There's no SMTs. Could be SMTs. And what I mean by that is if we come down below this low, like if this pushed down below the low, but this either stayed above this low, or if this one pushed down and this one did not come all the way down. So if price action came down like this and then bounced, and then this price action came down and bounced, and it went below, and we got a sweep here, right? But we don't sweep this. That would be a bullish S&T. That would be something I'd like to see. So yeah, I mean, as of now, we're just hanging out. We are just hanging. We're just chilling. Ay, get out of here. I could just back. There we go. Okay, that's the plan for the day. That's a pretty straightforward, pretty easy. I like to keep it clean. I am, of course, still watching this fair value gap that was created here. So this is something I will pay attention to as we push down into it. A lot of times in a bullish market, we will just, we'll push, we'll come back and we test it like we did, and then we're off to the races, right? But a lot of times we do come back, we will fill these, right? You know, because it is an imbalance in the market. So don't always, but a lot of times we'll come back and fill it. But we are in definitely more of a like bullish market maker model here. So we've got the consolidation, the move, the consolidation, the move. And then really like this right here, you know, could just be, you know, the sweep, and then we're pushing up from here. So these highs are definitely a target in mind. Does not mean we will hit that today at all. So today we could simply consolidate in this zone and do nothing. If that's the case, that's the case, right? So that's the trade plan. That's the trade plan for today. Kind of simple, straightforward. Now I just wait for everybody to get on and live trade in about an hour. I know there's just a few viewers, not that many, which is fine. It's great. If you guys have questions, let me know. And if someone doesn't mind, let me know about this music. If you guys can, if it's too much. It plays at a different volume in my headset, so I did not run like a test video to hear the music playback, which usually I do. But I was just a little tired this morning. Looks like you guys can hear me just fine, which is great. All right, I'm just gonna jump on and listen. I'll be my own viewer. I just gotta make sure it's not blaring. Yeah, let's see. Music's kind of loud, huh? You can't even hear me. Check. That's strange. All right. Peace out. We'll